Okay, welcome to my OG studio here. We're working through this project, drawer organization. I love this stuff. So this is Mantis Tool Grid. So this is a company out of Ontario, Canada that we import, and I finished the socket drawer, but today we're gonna dig into screwdrivers. So screwdrivers, Torx drivers, all that kind of stuff. So this drawer, I've already kind of started laying out. I'm going to go through and grid this out. Notice, if you want to see how to do this board, go watch the previous video where I did a whole video, probably 6 hours long, on me setting up this drawer, and then we're going to work on the screwdriver drawer today and see what works, how this works. I'm not sure how these handles are going to fit, so we're going to figure that out. Going to kind of fumble through this and figure out how this drawer is going to be set up. I do have some scrapers, I have some files, I have some picks, I have some pry bars, so I don't know what I'm going to squeeze into this drawer. There's also some other sets that I may be getting here that I'm missing. I'm missing a few sets that I had ordered. I just talked to my Snap-on guy. Hopefully he's going to have some of the stuff on inventory that I'm back ordered on. But the plan here is to, I like the idea. I originally thought I would want to stack this box filled, but I do want to have some room so that people have some room to expand. So I think it's going to be okay if I have some space in each drawer, but we'll kind of see how it goes. So let me snap all my grid in place. We cut these to fit. I'm going to have to snip this. I'm going to get a new blade for my razor blade here. Old Matty's blue collar skills aren't that bad. We had old Mike F cut these, and I don't know, this top drawer looks a little bit more precise, so we'll see here. I think he may have cut me a little bit short. We're okay. So I just had to notch this out for the little tab. This drawer is shorter than the others, so I want this to be a nice tight fit. So the really cool thing, if you didn't watch the other video, the cool thing about this 6-inch version of the tool grid, oh shoot, I'm gonna have to notch this. No, not if I sneak it below. There we go. The 6-inch version of the tool grid, like the original tool grid was sheets, and they had 4 different size sheets. And so this drawer would have taken 2 different sheets and they wouldn't really snap together. The other problem with the original version of the tool grid, it wasn't really a problem, but wasn't ideal, was that you'd have to cut it short. Like, see how I have this like flush city up to the edge. I have this pressure fit in here. You couldn't do that with a big giant board because you have to try to get it in. And, you know, most drawers have some sort of lip. There's a lip here on the front piece. And I have this sucker butted up right to the edge. And so these are sold, if you didn't watch that video, these are sold in these 6-inch pieces here. To show you what they, you can get the idea. You can see how they come. And then you just cut them to fit. And we just cut them with circular saw. We'll put a link in the description of the video where I showed you the install of that. You'll see they come this way. And we stock them in gray, black, and blue. My suggestion would be, depending on your toolbox. The Lista box at my house, I did in all gray because it's a white toolbox and I have gray handles. This one, I think black makes sense. Let's see, this is interlocks, a lot like this Swiss Trax tiles do. It doesn't need to be as robust because we're not driving over this, so you have just these little peg and whatever receiver. I'm telling you, man, these are not as straight as Uncle Matty did yesterday. It's close. There we go. I don't think, I'm kind of hoping this toolbox started growing on me, but I just don't like to see the shiny gets all, I'm not like super greasy, I don't know. The jury's still out with me on this toolbox. I just think it's too much money. You know me, I love to waste me $1, but This is a lot. I think I paid, well, you know, with taxes, $11,000. That's a lot of cheddar. I don't think I've ever used that word before, but it's a lot of zebra cakes. So I cut the little tabby off there. Let's make a mark on this. Somehow I freaking tweaked my neck on pushing that thing down there. The heck? I lifted like 1,000,000 pounds today, and oh, I hurt myself on a piece of tool grid. Boom. Whole drawer dialed. Love it. Okay, now let's think about this here. These, obviously, we're not going to use very much. So we'll kind of put these in the back here, I think like this. It's giant bros. Let's see, this drawer is huge. Oh yeah, look at that. I can come like this. Still have room. Put these long ones all the way in the back, like that. I think that makes sense. Okay. Now we kind of have to make some decisions on how we're going to orient this. Or as Mike would say, orientate. I still contend that word isn't appropriate, but. So if I was worried about maximizing, we'd kind of do short versus long, but you know, again, I have quite a bit of room in this toolbox. So I'm thinking I might err on the side of keeping some space. So we have these tip holders, right? So this will hold the tip of the screwdriver, like so. And then the handle, but let's see if these big fat handles here will work. Out of all the snap-on tools, I think, oh yeah, that fits nicely. I think that these are the weakest. Their screwdrivers are not. I'm sure it functions well. I don't know, just not really inspiring to me. I guess you could say get a life, Matt. Who's inspired by screwdrivers? Well, I like cool stuff. This is not cool. You know. This is the white New Balances of tools. That's my problem. Where is the gnome? I got a gnome, for gosh sakes, for buying all these screwdrivers. The other problem is that these screwdrivers, like this drawer, was probably $3,000, you know, for these. And I'll show you in the future, I'm gonna be outfitting a drawer with Wera, which will cost a quarter the amount and be twice as good. So I'm kind of torn on, see, they have these big fat handles. I don't like small handle, fat handle, but I do kind of like the idea of going in length. So there's several ways you can organize this. This is part of the tool grid process, trying to figure out, do I go with the tip size? Do I organize it by handle size? Do I organize it by length? Somebody has to decide. You have to pick that. These are life's great mysteries, you know. Somebody's got to make the decision. What is going on out there? Is Mike out there screwing on something? What's going on? I think they're better at a slight little angle like that. They fit nicer. I'm telling you, Snap-on guys, their heads are exploding right now. Why does this white-collared dork care about any of this? Well, I don't know. I just do. I can't help it. Can't help it, guys. I like it structured, organized. I like doing this way more than using the darn tools. You can hate me all you want, but just being honest with you, you know? This to me is like the dream. You get to buy whatever tools you want, and then if I do use them once every 6 years, then it's a better experience. And then I get to put it back and it stays nice and organized. And actually, it would probably be better for me, like if I lost tools, because then you get to buy new ones, you know? But so it's a bit counter intuitive here in that I'm so worried about organization for tools that I really want to get new ones. Let's make sure we're not leaning here. What would a Snap-on guy say? Don't hate me if you ain't me, or something like that? That's something they'd say. I'm not going to say that though, because I'm a learned gentleman. I think it's looking good. Let's see. Let's keep going. This handle, yeah, this handle fits better in one of these guys. So we can tighten these up. Put the fatter one. Ooh, this one just has a cool S. That's cool. Has the wrench though. That's freaking sick, bro. It's got the little wrench inside the S. So I have a lot of this tool grid stuff. I had gridded out an entire collection of every tool that Sonic makes, and had organized that with the OG Facebook moderators, all the OGers, and we all kind of worked on a weekend. It was kind of fun. We took a whole collection of, I think, like 2,200 individual pieces, individual tools, and gridded it all out and organized it. And then, of course, I sold that house like 3 weeks later. That's after we finished it. And I like it. I think it's, yeah, because of the Snap-on name, I think it needs to go left to right here. So when you're doing this process, you just have to resign yourself to the fact that you're going to have some trial and error. Like, just start doing it. Just start putting stuff somewhere. And then you can always pick it up and move it around. I don't care who you are. That's freaking cool. You get to see your Snap-on empire here all laid out with your lettering all nice. Okay, so now I got Phillips. So what I could do, if I cared a lot about space, I could, kind of come like this and do it the opposite. So take the long ones and offset it with the short one. Let's put this little guy in here. So we could consider, let's just lay it here and see how that looks. So we go longest to shortest, assuming we have an equal amount, which doesn't look like we do. One extra, God, no, two extra. Wait a second, something's not right. Posi drive. Posi drive goes there. Do we like that? Like that? What do you think? That one would go there, like that. Something's, oh, this one here. Okay, I was right. So this goes back here, there, there, there. This guy goes here, and that guy goes like that. Should just look at the handles. The handles are gray. Shoot. This is not a posi drive. This is number 3. Okay, so that's why that's like that. Let's go like this. Means I'm gonna need to put a little space on those guys, maybe. I think I like that. Kind of compartmentalizes here. That's the way to go. This is my backup plan, that I'm going to travel around the country and organize people's toolboxes. Might want to come up with a better business plan than that, but I'm going to go be Adam LZ's property manager. Could you imagine having me as a property manager? That would be a freaking great. Don't you think? I would be like freaking world class. That's the one thing I'm not liking. How that's looking. This has to come up here like this. Did I lose my, losing my offset here? Matt Mormon's Property and Maintenance Services. Mike does the repairs. I do all the piddling, the organizing. I go through your files. I go through all your junk. You know.
1986 tax returns that you're still hanging.
Yeah, like what's going on here, you freaking moron?
Your old canceled checks.
Yeah. Well, I might need those someday. No, the statute of limitations is 7 years.
1974.
Yeah, no, I got you. We're gonna keep them nice and organized. I'm gonna get, you have the initial dumpster rentals you gotta cover. My salary is $837,000 a year. It'd be worth it.
Specific number.
It'd be worth it. I'm good at making stuff up. That's what the internet told me about our polishing post when I told people that the smaller the pad, the more aggressive.
Oh yeah, people didn't like that.
No.
One guy in particular told you you were completely wrong.
That's why I invite him to be on the podcast.
All kinds of variables
Yeah.
you don't know about, Matt.
I invited him. I said, come on the podcast and show him, teach me. I ain't scared.
Did he take you up on that?
Of course not. It'll be great. It'll be great content. You come on the podcast, or I'll tell you what, I'll fly you here, even better. I'll get you a plane ticket. It'll be your first ever first class plane ticket. I'll buy you one.
Are you gonna fly him
You
first?
come here, and then carte blanche. You can ask any question you want, live. We'll do it live. Or not live, whichever makes you feel more comfortable. I'll let you edit it. You can even edit it if you want. We'll sit with our guys, and you can cut out whatever you want. Something tells me Uncle Matty might come out on top in that conversation.
Uncle Matty. Sweet.
You can't.
I always like how you call yourself Uncle Matty.
I've become an uncle now because I'm getting up in age, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I got called a grandpa today at the taco place. So.
Really?
Apparently. Well, I wasn't there. They said it behind my back. Waba and the taco guy.
Oh.
Yes, where's Grandpa? It's really nice.
That's fun. All right, get out of here, Mike. I'm busy.
All right, you're busy.
Get my Evo on the street.
Wow.
Just keep going. Keep going. I didn't receive it. You'll be the first to know if I receive it. I love this. The Holden, the Snap-on guy comes in and he's like, oh, that's kind of nice. I'm like, no, this is freaking transcendent, bro. What are you talking about? This is the best thing you've ever seen in your life. I kind of like the plastic trays that they come with. Just keep it in the... It's like, Holden, come on, dude. What are you doing here? I need to get you up to speed in life. We're gonna... Yep. Yeppy. That's where it's at. It's good. Goodness. Okay, now let's do my pausies. Aussie drivers, knocking down one. That gives me a nice little gap here. If I'm NASCARing it, I can speed grip it. Bang! Like, you know, just in case I need to go quick. Never say quickly when you're a Snap-on guy. Quick. Gotta get my tools quick. See, I can say whatever I want now because I am officially a Snap-on bro, just like I'm a Corvette bro. I was invited in the owner's circle. Well, actually, I invited myself into the owner's circle of both of these. There was no invitation granted, that's for sure. I had to get my own seat at the table. All it took was $45,000 to get all this junk. Okay, so that looks pretty decent. I like that, I think. I think I'm gonna bring this one down one. Yep, that's better. Like that. I think this one would be better if I brought this down one there. Yep. Boom. How are we looking? We're looking pretty sharp. Everything looking straight. That's pretty nice. That is pretty nice. So screwdriver drawer is always the most fun drawer because it's the easiest, quickest. So, I don't know how I ended up with 47 different types of torques. I got short torque, long torques, safety torques, all kinds of torques. I mean, I guess if the torque stays over here, we should do these are terrible. Like, this is complete Snap-on junk here. These are made in Spain. They're just cheap city. Like, these are, I don't like these, but they're way nicer than this. So once we get a little deeper into this, we'll break down pricing and stuff on this too. Uh-oh, is it podcast time?
It is podcast.
Oh, shoot. We're sitting here fumbling around with screwdrivers.
Story for that.
Yep. You can almost, I could save a lot of space on these little screwdrivers. I could put them in a tray, but I've got the space, so I think this is the way to go. I think it's worth it. Even though these are garbage screwdrivers that I really don't want to display. I mean, Chris, you want to hear about my new style? We'll talk about it on the podcast. I got a new style plan.
For like fashion?
Yeah. I'm about to switch up my style.
Can't wait to hear that. Check it out.
The new, not switch, like it's a new me.
Oh,
It's gonna be great.
no more t-shirts, shorts.
Still a t-shirt, but
Yeah.
I might be changing the jeans pants. You know, I've got a new plan, and it's gonna look really cool. I've already started ordering some stuff.
You know how I'll take
got-
off your old shorts that you gotta get rid of.
It's got a good name too. No, I still have the shorts, but you're not fitting in my shorts. 38s.
And weight loss started today, so I'll be in the 38.
Oh yeah, there you go. Okay. I might have to give them up because actually my shorts are gonna be too big here soon. That's the plan anyway. Boom. I'm good at this. I'm really freaking good at this. All right, I gotta go to the podcast. We'll come back in a minute. Finish this up real quick on a Friday afternoon. We just did the podcast, and I've got this. I kind of like the idea of turning the torques just to kind of delineate the torque stuff over here. So that gives me some expansion room here. And I'm gonna decide if we're gonna put some other stuff. I have some files and stuff like that, but I think I'm gonna keep all the files and chisels and things like that. I think I'm gonna keep that in a separate drawer. There's only one way to find out. Just do it. See what happens. What size is this? That's H25, H27. I'm surprisingly liking the way this drawer looks with the old Snap-on red more than I thought I would. All the Snap-on guys are waiting for me to say, you know what? I love this stuff instead. I don't know that that's gonna happen, but this does look pretty cool. Being nice and organized. So I said this in the other video, but oftentimes, like when you're doing the screwdriver stuff, you're gonna use a lot of these tip holders, you know, because you can do wrenches and all kinds of stuff. So if you are buying some tool grid, I'm gonna do a summary video of everything that I use in here, you know, and pricing and everything. So I think what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna screw any of these down. I'm gonna just kind of live with this for a little while, and we'll decide if we're gonna stay with this setup, or maybe I'll make some adjustments. I also technically have some more tools coming, so I'm not 100% sure what this is gonna look like. Man, rolling through some tip holders. That bin was full when I started this project. And 8, boom. Let's just double check, let's just look at our stash of stuff. That looks freaking cool, man. It's like Snap-on royalty right there. You know, I changed my mind. I think think I'll put our picks in here. Yeah, picks there. These little flat guys are not going to get used very often. These are gasket removers. Put those up top, you think, like that. Let's hope I can squeeze this sucker. Yep, nice, nice. Still on track. This guy right here, the old hookster. Hook bro goes right there. I think I like them better right there. Yeah, that's a ticket, bros. If I were to be a snap-on guy, this is what I want my snap-on drawer to look like. Thing looks nice and straight. I don't know that I'd even really need to make any adjustments to this in the future. The only thing I don't like is this needs to be, that one's a little crooked. Don't know that I like that. Okay, yeah, that's better. Now we got it. That was a little crisis there. All right, so that's a wrap for the screwdriver drawer. I'll be sure to stay into this series. I'm going to do one drawer at a time. Got to wipe all my fingerprints off, but we'll do one drawer at a time and show you the results. We do have a little bit of expansion room to fit stuff. You could always, kind of move things around. But when I get everything finalized, we'll have a wrap-up video where I'll screw everything in and talk to you about pricing and stuff like that. But go to obsessedgarage.com, get entered to win. I'm gonna give this toolbox away to somebody. It's looking good. Got that drawer done. Got this drawer done. I have quite a bit of space here. I need to find some more tools to put in here. And then next drawer will be wrenches, which I've got to finish the gridding of this. And we're going to do all of these wrenches here in that drawer. And I've got several more wrench sets to work with. So this isn't going to fill up that whole drawer, but stay tuned for that. See you on the next one.